Once given our film noir task, I decided to research as many neo-noir and film noirs as possible to gain insight to this genre, which initially, to begin with, I had no idea about. In watching these neo-noir and film noirs, such as Detour, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Brick and Drive, I used various different softwares, including Vimeo, YouTube and DVD disc copies. Watching these gave me a better insight on film noir codes, conventions, themes and the film techniques used. To present my work, I contemplated on using a software called WordPress or Blogger. Due to past experience, I found Blogger much more easier to handle and overall gave a clearer final product. Also, due to using Blogger last year for my AS Media blog, I therefore had more experience in using the system. On my blog, I created an archive of my posts with the title headers going down the side of my blog, presenting all my posts. I designed my blog specifically to the film noir specification. Whilst presenting my work, I tried to adapt the skills I used last year in using different technologies, apps, websites and softwares. One of the first technologies I used in presenting my work was Prezi, in creating a timeline for the history of film noir. After using Prezi last year, I had a bit more experience into creating the presentations and making them more interactive. Here I made a timeline of film noirs between 1940 and 1980. I created a background and also included images of posters and videos. As you look through my blog, you can see more Prezi presentations that I've created and how I have developed them even more so. Here I show the list of neo-noir and film noirs that I have seen, and I create it in the style of a newspaper article. I felt using this way of presenting made it feel more interactive and appear more interesting. Whilst putting some of my videos together for my blog, I used a software called Movie Maker. It is quite basic and is quite easy to use. Therefore, I wanted to move on to something that looked more effective and intriguing for the audience. That's why I downloaded a software called Interface Composer 4. This is a way of presenting your work in a much more interactive way. It looks a lot more exciting than just using a Movie Maker video. This is why I created it for my history of film and neo-noir films. I included a carousel of images, a PowerPoint presentation, a Word document and a video. In my blog, I wanted to create an approach that made it overall more interactive. Therefore, I also included eMaze clips. eMaze is an online software where you can make your own interactive videos. In creating this eMaze presentation, I adapted the newspaper article that I created for my list of film noirs seen and made it much more interactive and look a lot more professional. As you move along, you can see different images and information written about the conventions of short films. To make this, I simply added pictures onto the software and wrote the text in and created it into a layout that looks similarly to a newspaper article. I feel this looks effective as it brings you along on a journey through all the information, making it seem a lot more exciting than just having text written down.